Hey, I'm Jonathan with Acoustic Sounds in Salina, Kansas, and today we're going to be going over the new releases for January 26th, 2024. Currently, we still have our 40% off clearance sale on over 1,000 in-stock titles going on, so there's a link to all those titles in the description below if you would like to check those out. Earlier this week, Chad and I did a sit-down video going over the bundles that we've been doing in the Vinyl Vault. It's a new thing that we've been trying out, and if this is something you're interested in learning more about, the link to that video is in the description below. And we are just amazed at the positive feedback that we've gotten. I've read a lot of emails from people and answered a lot of questions, and there's still more coming. So we just wanted to say thank you for your support and all this. This is definitely something new that we're trying out. And there's a lot more to come, so stay tuned. Next week, we'll be shipping the next 3 titles in the 75th Anniversary of Atlantic Records series by Analog Productions, and those titles are Matchbox 20, Yourself or Someone Like You, and this was mastered from the original analog master tape by Ryan K. Smith at Sterling Sound, and this will have an SACD with an arrival date to be determined. Next up is Cracked Rearview Mirror by Hootie and the Blowfish, and this one was also mastered by Ryan K. Smith from the analog master tape, and this one will also have an SACD with a determined date of arrival. And last up, Crosby, Stills and Nash, mastered by Bernie Grundman from the original master tape, and this one will not have an SACD. A couple of items up for pre-order this week from Impex coming February 16th. Jascha Heifetz, The Lark, 180-gram vinyl record. From the Contemporary Records Acoustic Sound series coming February 23rd, Art Pepper, Smack Up, mastered by Bernie Grundman from the original analog master tape and pressed on 180-gram vinyl at QRP. From Coherent Audio coming in March, Anthony Wilson, Hackensack West, a AAA vinyl release produced by Joe Harley, recorded all analog for award-winning mastering engineer Kevin Gray, and recorded on all analog, all tube at Kevin's new studio, Coherent Recording, for Coherent Records, Kevin Gray's own label. Pressed on 180-gram LPs at RTI in deluxe tip-on jackets. Now for some titles that began shipping this week. From Fantasy Records, Susan Tedeschi, Just Won't Burn, the 25th Anniversary Edition, mastered for vinyl by Kevin Gray at Acoustic in 2008, the same metal parts, pressed at QRP on 180-gram vinyl. A couple of new titles shipping from Mobile Fidelity. First up, some Ultradisc one-steps. Blue by Joni Mitchell, a limited edition of 12,000 Ultradisc one-steps, 45 RPM 2 LP sets, mastered from the quarter-inch 15 IPS tape to DSD to analog console to lathe. And the next Ultradisc one-step is the Van Halen self-titled, mastered from the 30 IPS quarter-inch tape to DSD to lathe. And both of these Ultradisc one-steps were pressed on MoFi Supervinyl at RTI. And also from Mobile Fidelity, Milestones by Miles Davis, a 180-gram single LP pressed on Supervinyl at RTI. And this is also available on SACD, and also available on SACD from Mobile Fidelity, The Dire Straits on Every Street. And all these Mobile Fidelity titles are now shipping. And now shipping from the Verve Acoustic Sound series, Soulville by the Ben Webster Quintet. And this is mastered from the original analog master tape and pressed on 180-gram LPs at Quality Record Pressings. From Fidelio Records, now shipping Stardust by Ben Webster, mastered from the original tape on all-tube equipment by Renee LaFlame and pressed on 280-gram 45 RPM vinyl. And next up from Groove Note Records, Vanessa Fernandez, Remember Me, a 2LP 45 RPM set pressed on 180-gram vinyl with the lacquers cut by Bernie Grundman. A couple of new titles shipping from Sam Records. The Heath Brothers Paris 76 is part of the Lost Live series. This is a remastered edition, never before released live recordings of the Heath Brothers, pressed on 180-gram vinyl. Also from Sam Records, Sahib Shahab and the Danish Radio Jazz Group, a remastered version also pressed on 180-gram vinyl. And now shipping from the Lost Recordings, Ella Fitzgerald, Live in East Berlin, 1967. This is a remastered edition cut from the analog tape by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio, pressed on 180-gram vinyl at Optimal in Germany, and this is a limited edition of only 3,000, and all of them are hand-numbered. Next up, we have 4 new titles from the Rhino Now Playing series. Zap, Curtis Mayfield, Ray Charles, and Wilson Pickett. From Columbia and Legacy, Journey's Greatest Hits, a 2024 remaster for vinyl from the original stereo flat master tapes pressed on 180-gram audiophile vinyl. From Purple Pyramid, Two Sides of Peter Banks, a limited edition of only 500 pressed on red marble vinyl. From Renaissance Records, Fairport Convention, Alive in America 1974, a 2 LP set in a gatefold jacket. Also from Renaissance Records, Little Feat, Alive in America 1973, also a 2 LP set in a gatefold jacket. Another title from Renaissance Records, Shania Twain, The First Time for the Last Time, on 180-gram red vinyl. From 40 Below Records, Daniel Nicole, The Love You Bleed. From Concord Records, Keb Mo, Oklahoma, a deluxe edition on red vinyl, plus a 24-page lyric and photo booklet. From Old Omens, John Morland, In the Throes, 180-gram vinyl remastered by John Baldwin. From BBE Records as part of the J-Jazz Masterclass series, Reminiscent Suite by Mal Waldron and Teru Masahino, pressed on 200-gram vinyl made in Germany. Zartir by the Gurdjieff Ensemble under the direction of Levon Eskenian, made in Germany. From Omnivore Records, Terry Adams, Terrible, available for the first time on vinyl, remastered with 4 bonus tracks. From Rise Records, Spirit Box, Eternal Blue, on black vinyl. From Mindless Records, a new album by Keith Richards, Vintage Vinos. From World Circuit Records and BMG, Ali Farka Toure, Green. From Merge Records, M. Ward, Duet for Guitars No. 2. Also by M. Ward, Transfiguration of Vincent. From Rounder Records, Sarah Yarrows, Polaroid Lovers. And from ORG Music, Phil Ranelin, The Found Tapes, live in Los Angeles. 4 LPs of previously unreleased live recordings from 1978 to 1981 by Tribe Records co-founder and trombone legend Phil Ranelin. It includes the full set from Maiden Voyage on July 19, 1981. And now it's time for an employee pick, and this week's pick comes from Amy in our Human Resources Department. And Amy picked Led Zeppelin 4, a numbered super deluxe edition that comes with a 2 LP, 2 CD book and download code. Led Zeppelin makes you feel. It doesn't matter how many times you have listened to it, there is still that magic. You hear that amazing talent each of the members have, and it is incredible what they can do together. This record was released in 1971, and to this day, it is still one of the best. Thank you, Amy. Well, that wraps up the new releases for January 26th, 2024. We're excited about a lot of things that are going to be coming out this year, so if you haven't already, subscribe to our email newsletter to be one of the first people to be updated on everything that we're doing. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much.
Please like and subscribe for more audiophile content.